Hey, what's up guys, Henry Neal here. So in the past year, I've been using and testing out some of Samsung's Galaxy A line of smartphones, and here's what I've got to say about them. So we generally expect the flagship devices like the Samsung Galaxy S series to typically outperform the mid-range and upper mid-range class of smartphones, both in sales and in day-to-day performance. However, the difference between the Galaxy A and S series smartphones is beginning to blur. The Galaxy Note 10 is at the top of Samsung's smartphone offering, followed by the S, and right after that we have the A series. Now the lines between the Note and the S have almost been totally wiped out, with the only major differences between these devices being the S Pen found on the Galaxy Note series. Now both the Note and the S series of smartphones have become super expensive, and it quells the excitement that people used to have for these phones, because looking at the price point alone is enough to drive anyone to seek alternatives. Now this is where the Samsung Galaxy A line of phones come in. They're a much cheaper offering and they feature great design and great specs. They have very beautiful screens and really impressive battery life, and most importantly, they cost way lower than the flagship offerings. Now this made me begin to think, like, why then does anyone need to go for the S series and the Note series of smartphones? And is Samsung knowingly killing its flagship offerings? Now, if you take a look at other brands like Google, Apple, Xiaomi, or Huawei, you'd find that all of them have begun to offer this mid-range to upper mid-range class of smartphones, and that's where they all make a killing. Apple's iPhone XR was a hit. It sold more than any other iPhone X offerings put together. Now, this made Apple stop and think for a while, like, hey, we've got something here. And Apple decided to make a sequel in the iPhone 11, which was also an incredible hit and the second best-selling smartphone in 2019, only behind, wait for it, the iPhone XR. Now, according to an article by Apple Insider, the third and fourth best-selling smartphones globally were the Samsung Galaxy A50 and the Galaxy A10, both very decent smartphones. Now, this was in 2019. In fact, in Africa and the Middle East region, the top 5 best-selling smartphones were all Samsung phones. The Galaxy A series smartphones also occupy most of the top 5 spots for Latin America and Europe, as you can see on your screen right now. So, is Samsung actually killing its flagship devices without knowing it? Well, I don't think so. There will always be the tech heads and those who want the best of anything, and that's the demographic that the S and the Note series services. I'm hooked to the 120Hz display on the Samsung S20 Ultra, and I think it's just beautiful and makes using that phone a joy. However, that's me and a few others out there who care about that. A more significant number of phone users out there don't really care about the 120Hz screen. They mostly just want a phone with good screen, great battery life, and that's affordable, which is where the A series come in. For the year 2020, there are new offerings in the A line, including the A71, the A51, the A31, and the A11. I've reviewed 2 out of the smartphones, that's the A71 and the A51, and I must say that these smartphones are quite impressive smartphones. And the only thing currently making me hold on to the S20 Ultra is the lack of 120Hz refresh rate on these devices. The A71 and A51 both play games without issues. They perform quite decently, and the main downside being the occasional stutter you get on these devices. Besides that, you've got a beautifully designed smartphone that's got long-lasting battery life and a simply incredible screen with a 1080p resolution. The Samsung Galaxy A71 currently costs about 170,000 naira, that's $370, and the A51 goes for 126,000 naira, that's about $280. Taking a look at the specs to price, I think Samsung has got very remarkable devices here that should see the Samsung Galaxy A series phone dominating the market again in 2020. Usually flagship devices should be way better than the mid to upper mid-range class of devices, but lately this isn't the case anymore. In fact, it's very possible that based on what aspects of a phone you find more important, it's possible to find a mid-range phone that's not just a better deal for your money, but a better device overall for you. What do you think of flagship phones? Are they still worth buying in 2020 with the downturn of the world's economy? What are your thoughts as well on Samsung's Galaxy A line of smartphones? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please subscribe and turn on notification if you're not yet a part of the channel. It helps this channel grow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.